What's going on, Chimera Kingdom? It's been a while since I've done a SoVerse SoMonday. I think the last one I may have done was probably back in maybe June or July, maybe May. It's been a while, but I'm back. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope that you're all drinking your water. If not, get on that. Hydration is important. But yeah, so first SoVerse SoMonday of 2023. Just want to do a recap with y'all to let you know where I've been, you know, what I've been doing, as well as some of the things that are on the way. Because there was a lot. Q4 was busy for me. Quarter four, was busy for me. I was trying to figure out some things with the business, doing some reconstruction, doing some just saying what really needed to be done at that moment to help the business flourish more, so that I can continue to bring out some dope comics and everything. I know that's why a lot of you follow, and I want to keep giving that to you. But there's some additional perks now, and I hope you're ready to hear about that. I know I did. I went live and I talked about it a little bit. But yeah, we're going to talk about it again, because even in that live, even though I got to talk about it a little bit, things got a little, off topic as we were talking about some other things, some books that are coming out and plans within that. So we're going to talk about that more. I actually, cause there's a lot, got it in my book. So I'm going to be reading from a book. But there's more than that, because, like, if I'm being honest, here, hold on. I don't mind showing. No one's going to be able to decipher my hieroglyphics anyway. You probably ain't going to be able to read that orange, but just some of the things that I've written down for this year to come. So there's a lot. But we're just going to talk about the recent things. So we're going to start off with, where have I been? So like I said, quarter four, just been working on things, trying to figure out what to do with the business, restructuring, making sure that I get the most out of everything with this, so that I can keep bringing y'all the most out of everything. So some of the things that I've been doing is I breathe life back into my Patreon. So my Patreon is back. It's running. It's doing well. We have some amazing patrons that are already over there supporting, getting some incredibly dope things that aren't on Instagram at the moment. A lot of that is pertaining to Stars issue 2. Some of the stuff more recently is going to be pertaining to the Hellcat and the Agent, and some things that I'm just bringing in. Like, they actually got to read a nice 2,000 word story that I wrote. As far as, like, it's not even the full story, it's just the beginnings of Cypher Team Alpha issue 3, and they got to read that because I posted that in there. I was like, hey, here you go, check it out, see where the things are going. So over on the Patreon is some dope things. If you're the type of person that likes to know what's going on behind the scenes and seeing my process and things of that sort, and seeing things before everyone else, I highly recommend that you go over there. There's a tier for everyone. But quite literally, you pick the tier that works for you. There's a tier for everyone. Then, of course, there was a new podcast. So yeah, I haven't been doing SoVerse SoMondays, but I have been doing a podcast. The Bridge, which I know a lot of you have been coming in on, and we finished season 1. Me and Scorpio just came in and did the damn thing. This season 1 was a lot of interviewing to get us out there so folks can see what's going on. So it was a lot of interviewing. And then we had our open chats and things like that, where we just talk about things going on in the comic book industry or the movie industry or what have you. We are preparing to kick off Comics on the Brain season 2 this Wednesday, actually, where we're going to be doing an open chat. And we're going to be talking about some of the shenanigans that happened when season 1 ended and up to now. So this Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. That's when season 2 of The Bridge will kick off. As long as Scorpio's voice is back. Scorpio, let me know in the comments how your voice is doing. Like I already said, planning in Q4, so I'm not even going to repeat that. And I've also been rebuilding my YouTube, so that was another thing that had me kind of gone for a little bit. Was rebuilding my YouTube. So there are videos up there, there are shorts up there. There is a video that goes about 10-minute video that goes a little bit more in depth into what the SoVerse is. So if you want to check that out, go over there and check that out. I'm going to have a lot more videos coming that are going to be talking about the lore, talking about events that are going on within the SoVerse, you know, just things that aren't being shown right now in the comics. A lot of it has a lot to do with the past. So these videos are going to be non-spoilery. So if it's something that, for instance, in Cypher Team issue 3, it talks a lot about the past, so there's going to be things that happen in Cypher Team issue 3 that I'm not going to talk about in those videos until Cypher Team issue 3 comes out. So I hope that makes sense. But there's going to be a lot of more videos coming out, just like I'm about to work on a video today talking about Pheno Sapiens and getting a little bit more in depth on where the powers came from and so on and so forth. So I think y'all are going to really dig that. Things new to come, like I said, Patreon. So that's basically our subscription service. So based on the tier that you get digital comics, you get physical comics. Some 3 of the tiers, this year I'm starting monthly teas. This is one of the teas that was released as a Patreon exclusive. So the individual who was on the tea, that is on the tier that gives teas, has this, and I'm the only other person that has it. So there's going to be a lot more stuff like that that's going on, where it's just going to be Patreon exclusive apparel, Patreon exclusive variants. You stay on for a year, and depending on your tier, you may get but you will get a graded comic. Like, there is so much stuff. So if you are familiar with Patreon and you want to support us and you want to see things move even further, I highly recommend that you go, click the link in my bio, head over to my Patreon and read all the tiers, see all the things that you get, and figure out which one is for you if you want to support. If not, keep following Instagram, and then eventually you'll see some of the things that I'm posting up there after the fact. And you'll be able to buy the books from the store as they're getting released. But I will say this, which is something I really didn't get the opportunity to explain a little more. We're doing books a little bit differently. Like I said, restructuring in Q4. So the new way that we're doing books, issue 1 and issue 2 will only be floppies. For those who don't know what floppies are basically your average comic. So the regular thin comic. So issue 1 and issue 2 are going to be like that. The rest of that story arc will be put into a trade. So you'll get issue 1 and issue 2, and then the rest of that story arc all in the trade. To give you an idea of how big or how large the trades will be, I did a mini trade with Yamo Stigmata, and that mini trade, just issue 1 and issue 2, and that mini trade was about 70 pages almost, and that's just issue 1 and issue 2. So the trades are going to be large, and I figured that's probably something that people want to see more, especially when it comes to the indie world and me asking questions of folks and trying to figure things out. I figured that that's something that folks want more. They either want issue 1 or issue 2, or they want the trade. So they want the whole story. So that's something that we've been working on. But the cool thing is, if you're part of the Patreon, and once we hit 25 subscribers over there for physical tiers, the patrons will continue to get floppies. So when issue 3 comes out, they would get the floppy for issue 3. Issue 4 comes out, they would get the floppy for issue 4. To kind of bring back that collector's idea. It's kind of been lost in the sauce. And I know there's a lot of people out there who still like to collect. And that's one way that we're going to make it to where you can collect, because it'll be a Patreon exclusive, and you will get that. And you will be the only people, only the patrons will have that. So that's like a new thing that's going on, to include variants and things like that, like I mentioned earlier. I already explained the YouTube, so not going to go over that again. And also some new things that I've been working on is I've been working with a company. I'm not going to say too much about it, but I've been working with a company to help them with their app. I'm not gonna say, like I said, I'm not gonna say much about it because I can't. But if they choose to, if they see this and choose to, then they can. They're the company that owns it. But I'm not gonna say anything about it. But it's dope. And I think that once things launch, you're all gonna really, really dig what they have going on. What to expect from us within this year and years to come. But of course, Q4 is always my think time. Put on my thinking cap and think about what passed, what failed, so on and so forth, and moving from there. So right now, we have 3 books that are in full production. That's Stars issue 2, The Hellcat issue 1, and The Age of 13 issue 1. 3 books that are in full production right now that are going to be coming out. Those books are going to get ash cans. Those ash cans are going to be Patreon exclusives, unless the creators want to sell their books. So Scorpio is the creator of The Age of 13, so he's probably going to want to sell his own book, but is also going to be part of the Patreon. And SJ Slays is the creator of The Hellcat, and we've already talked about the process with that. So if you want to read The Hellcat and see which direction is going, you may want to get on that Patreon so you can see that, or you're gonna have to wait till the book comes out. So yeah, we also have 1 comic that's in production right now, and this is not production, this is pre-production, because I already told you the books that are in production. So this is a pre-production. So I split my productions and my pre-productions. Production, of course, those are the books that are being worked on, like scripts are finished, pages are drawn, pages getting drawn, colored, worded, lettered, all that good stuff. So those are the books that are in production. We have 1 comic that's in pre-production right now, that's Stop, which is gonna be a military-esque type action comic. So I think a lot of folks are gonna dig it. Right now, I am working with the creator of that book, Will Knowles, and my friend Thomas. Both of them are actually good friends of mine, Will and Thomas. And Thomas is designing some suits for us for these characters. So, and if you don't know who Thomas is, go over there and check out Raxon Universal Dominion, and you can see some of the comics that he's working on, which are all mech-based type comics. So, yeah. So that book is in pre-production right now, getting done, getting made, suits are being designed. And honestly, I'm excited to see this book come out, because it's a dope story, and it has a lot of the story holds weight within the universe, and I think a lot of y'all are going to dig that. The other thing that's in pre-production right now is the trade for Cypher Team Alpha. Yes, you heard that right, because issue 1 and issue 2 have already been released, and right now we're working on the trade. So yeah, the script is still being worked because issue 3 is a 2-parter. I'm still keeping it as a 2-parter, even though it's going into the trade. So you can expect 60-something pages just for issue 3 alone. And then we're going to do 4, 5, 6, 7, however many it takes to finish that story arc. But issue 3 is intense. If you read Inyamo Stigmata and it made you feel some type of way, I apologize ahead of time. But it's a good book. You're going to learn about the past. You're going to learn about some of the lingo. You're going to learn what No More Miamis mean. You're going to learn a lot of the stuff that was said in issue 1 and issue 2. You're going to be like, well, why are they saying that? Why are they doing this? You're going to figure out why those things are being said and done, and so on and so forth. There is new vids for the shows that are going to be coming out. So new videos for the shows that are coming out. So you've seen the SoVerse snippet. You've seen the SoVerse Did You Know? But there's going to be a new video for SoVerse 42. And also new videos for the facts and stuff like that. So for the 9 facts, 9 fun facts videos. So a lot of those are getting made, and a lot of those are going to be coming out. And I really think that y'all are going to dig that. The fun facts one is going to be back and forth between canon fun facts and fun facts as far as me creating it. I just think that is really cool just to merge the two, so y'all can figure out so y'all can see some of the craziness that I had to go through, or this craziness that I went through to create that, and whether it's the lore or just me in the creative process. Season 2 of The Bridge, which I already mentioned, that kicks off this Wednesday. So yeah, those are the things that you can expect this year. You know, maybe the first half of the year, maybe the whole year. We'll see how things go. But we have a lot of work coming, and I hope that y'all are excited for that. And with all of that being said, there are things that we're looking for. I get approached by artists all the time. And I do see a lot of the work, and I want to work with those artists. And then there's some artists where I feel like just need a little bit more work to fit what it is I'm looking for. I really believe that some artists that I see are fit for certain books. You know, like I don't just hire artists and put them on a random book. I look at their style, look at what they can do, and then I think about the book that fits them so that they can be, you know, at their top percentage as far as drawing. So that's like my big thing. Like if they have a certain style, I'm gonna put them on the book that reflects that style so that they can push their style to 100%. So that's the thing. And in saying that, I'm looking for an artist. I'm looking for artists, sequential artists, not pinup. If the only thing you draw is pinup, that's fine. Probably put you on some covers, or we'll probably put you on some posters, which we do need some more posters. But I'm looking for sequential artists who are specifically good at drawing Iron Man type armors in sequential movement, you know. So that's a big thing, and that's what I'm looking for at the moment, because Stop needs an artist that's going to be good with that, good with armors, not just in pinup style, but in movement, sequential art. So that's one thing that we're looking for. And I am also looking for an artist for a book that I'm keeping secret, because we just had the meeting like at the end of the year, but there's another book that's going to be coming out under Sovereign Comics. And I'm looking for an artist that has a style similar to Chew or Vinyl or the new comic book with the furries. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm looking for that type of style, because this book is going to be nice. If you're one of those ones that likes those psychotic thriller type stories, you're gonna like this book. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for too, like an artist who has a similar artistic style to Chew, and the other books that I mentioned. So yeah, a lot going on, a lot in works, a lot that I want to bring to everybody, and I'm excited. Like, I really am. I hope that y'all are. If you're not on the Patreon, I highly recommend that you get there, and not just to, because I know a lot of people, as soon as they hear Patreon, they automatically think, oh, they just want money. I give you what you pay for. So I'm not charging you $20, a $20 tier to get a sticker. You're going to get a sticker, but you're going to get books, posters, all the behind the scenes, other stuff, voting power. You get a lot of stuff, not just a sticker. Because I know I've had people come to me and say, well, the reason why I don't do a Patreon is because, some folks up there, they want you to do a $10 tier and they only give you a sticker, or they say it's my eternal gratitude. I don't do that. So that's the reason why I told y'all, if you want to go into it, go read the tiers. I may actually do a post later on this week where it lets you know what you get for each tier, so to make it a little bit easier. Matter of fact, I will do that. I will do that to show that to y'all. But yeah, so I do highly recommend looking at that. You will get your money's worth and more. Especially like if you're in one of those tiers that gets like t-shirts and things like that. Like, you're really gonna get your money's worth. But yeah, that Patreon is gonna help in allowing me to bring more books to you and allowing this universe to build, and most importantly to me, building the community, because that's important. While I am the writer, and while we do have art teams, the only way this Sovereign Comics will become popular is because of y'all. So it's a team effort. You're part of that team. So share, help us grow, and we'll keep conquering and crushing our goals as long as you continue to do the same yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because I got some stuff to do. This is a long video, but there was a lot to cover, and I hope that you all enjoyed it. So I'm out. Take it easy. I'm about to go write and put this book away. I'm about to go knock out some to-dos for today. All right, y'all. Have a good one.